Namaskar. My name is Anjani Nandan Tiwari from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, and I am here to present my views on the topic, are we independent? India is soon going to celebrate its 75th Independence Day, but I have a question to ask. Are we independent, or we are still living under the shackles of the British Raj? Well, to answer this, I have three arguments. And the first one is language. The language in which you and I are communicating is the language of Britishers, the language of our colonizers. India has 28 states with 8 union territories and with 2 languages each. More than 19,516 languages are spoken in India. And in them, 121 of them have more than 10,000 speakers. 22 of the languages are officially recognized by our country. But the independent India wants to master one language, that is English, the language of our colonizers. What was our independence struggle all about? It was just about finding our own self-identity. What else other than speaking in our mother language can define our self-identity? Why was our mother language not able to flourish in an independent India? Just give it a thought. Moving towards the second point is history. The history which we are taught in the school is not Indian history at all. We read what they wrote about us. We read history through the lens of the Britishers. We are taught that the invasion of Alexander, the Mughals, the Tughlaqs were all good for India. Akbar was great. What about Raja Man Singh? What about the Ahom dynasty which ruled Assam for more than 600 years and even defeated the British East India Company? What about the Cholas? What about the Pandyas? They built miraculous temples in the ancient India. Why is it that the paragraphs of our textbooks shrink while talking about our Indian scientists and mathematicians? Like Aryabhatta and Brahmagupta, they gave the world basic mathematics, 0, 1, 2, 3 and the other number systems. Our textbooks never mention how the world learned from the ancient Hindu practices and the Vedic maths. We need to encounter this problem. And the third argument is society. Our society is still very much influenced by the Western culture. It considers Western culture very modern. Why is it that we see Darbans standing near the speakers of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, which is said to be the temples of a democracy? It symbolizes, the attire which they wear symbolizes ownership. And how can one even talk about ownership in an independent country? Our temples are signifying ownership. And not to forget about the Sevadar structure in the Indian Army. A person who has gone into the Indian Army to serve his mother country just because of his feeling of patriotism in his heart is made to serve to an officer which is above him like a servant. Does that happen in an independent country? Well, I suppose no. So moving towards the conclusion, I would like to say that freedom was not supposed to be just a mere exchange of hands. We cannot say ourselves independent till the time Indian attire is considered not to be modern enough. Our history textbooks are not deprived of the British influence. Our history textbooks don't mention our national heroes. So we need a change, and that change can be brought with the help of each and every one of us. We need to abolish the 275 years old useless British customs which are prevailing in our country. So with that note, I would like to say Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Dhanyavad.